In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit content on your homepage, as well as content on other pages that are very graphic intensive. As you can see on the homepage consists of 5 images. Other pages, such as private parties, contains 2 large images, and contact contains a large image on the right. So the first thing we want to do is identify which image we want to edit. So for example, I want to edit the grid opening photo, which is this photo here at the bottom right hand corner. What we need to do is go into our dashboard, and if you have not logged in, please log in. We will then go to pages and then locate the home page, because that is the page that we want to edit. As you can see, this page will look similar to the page that you want to edit. So again, I want to edit this page, or this image right here. As you hover over the image, you'll see a bubble saying home_bottom_3. Try to keep reference of what the bubble says, because what we're going to do next is basically swap out this image with another image that we want to swap in. In order to swap an image, we need to go to an area where WordPress handles and stores all our digital assets, such as images, PDFs, music files, etc. That's under Medias. And you will be taken to a page that basically lists out all the different media files that you have. Go ahead and locate the image that you want to swap out. You can either just scroll down and keep scrolling until you find the image, which is this one right here. Or if there's a lot of images to your site, and later on that's probably the case, you can just search for it. Again, we know what to search for because we hover over the image on the actual page to find out what the title of the image is. So in this case, it's home_bottom_3. I'm going to click on search, and the search brings up this. In order to swap out the image, we're going to click on edit, and we'll be taken to the screen. One thing to take note is that the image that you're going to swap in needs to be in the exact same dimensions as the current existing image. This is so that it doesn't throw off any of the margins and the structure of the website. So in this case, the image that I'm going to swap in needs to be 255 pixels wide and 175 pixels high. Next, I want to click on upload a new file. I'm going to click on choose file, and I'm going to try to find an image that is of that dimensions. And since I'm already prepared, I have an image that's exactly 255 by 175. Only the dimensions matter, as well as the image file type. So here it says you are about to replace the media file home_bottom_3.jpg. JPG is the actual file name. So, and the file type as well. So we want to make sure that at least the file type's the same. So we're exchanging one file with another of the same type. The name does not matter. So in this case, I have 255x175. But as long as it's JPEG, JPG, I'm okay. The dimensions also match as well. This is exactly 255 by 175. I'm going to click on open. And then we'll leave these as is, just replace the file. Click on upload. So essentially what just happened is that it took the file that I uploaded and swapped out the existing file. So if I go back to the front page and I click on refresh, you'll see that it's now replaced with my image, which is basically just a white picture. So let's go to actually another thing that we can do as well is that, as you can see, when you click on these images, it goes to a different link. Like this one would go to a photo gallery. This one would go to another page on the site. In order to change the linking of this image, we'll go back to Pages, identify the home page, click on the image. Right now, mine's just a white image, so it looks like it's empty, but it's not. And then we want to click on an icon that when you hover says insert/edit link. I'm going to click on that. And here in the URL, I basically would put down any URL that I would want the person to go to once they click on the image. If I need the browser to open up a new window, I'll have this checkbox checked. Else, I'll just update the box as is. The next thing I want to do is I want to edit perhaps this right here, this picture, on private parties. So again, just like the home page, we're going to go to Pages, and we're going to try to find the page that corresponds to this page here, which is called Private Parties. Click on Edit. And again, it'll look similar, not exactly alike, but you can see the structure is pretty similar. We're going to hover over our mouse and find out, okay, this image is called Private Parties Bubbly. What we're going to do next is go to Media, and I'm just going to search for it. Private Party. And I'm not going to type in the whole thing. I think the search is pretty sophisticated enough so that you can type some of the text in there and should find it. I guess you have to type in the whole thing. So Private Party Bubbly. Unless let's see, Private Parties. Okay. And I'm going to click on Edit. And here, the dimensions I need to replace this exact picture with has to be 393 wide and 725 high. Those are in pixels. And the image type needs to be a JPEG. I will click on Upload a new file. Choose a file on my computer that's that exact dimension and that exact file type, which I do have that already prepared, which is this one, 393x725, which is the exact dimensions of that. And then I want to click on Upload. So basically that swapped out the previous image with the new image. If the new image is not the same type, like for example, the image name of that previous one was Private Party Bubbly, but I don't want to call it Private Parties Bubbly anymore, but something else, you would just go back to the image with the original name, Private Party Bubbly. I'll click on Edit, and I would change the title to something else, like Private Parties, and let's say, you know, wine, for example. If I upload an image of a wine, that way in the future you can just look, try to find Private Party wine, and then you'll be able to identify that oh, that's the new picture. But I'm gonna just leave that as is, and I'm gonna refresh this page, and essentially it just updated with my new image, which is just a white background. And the reason why we want to use the swap image out method is so that everything else, the programming, the placement, still stays the same as long as the image that you're swapping in is the exact same type, file type, as well as the exact same dimensions. You keep those two the same in the swap out method, you'll be allowed to change images without without running into issues with it affecting the structure and layout of your website.